Tony Aragon here from Plan Nirvana. On this channel, we help you find your competence to increase your confidence so you can get the best out of life. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss any great content as it comes out. Today's video, we're going to talk about happiness and actually how to find your happiness. So let's dig in. If thousands of years of philosophy have struggled to come up with a consistent definition of happiness, can we expect random people to come up with a good definition? One of the earliest pages from Wikipedia about happiness has this to say about happiness. Happiness is a state of being happy. Seriously? That's where we start from? It's no wonder we collectively struggle to define happiness. Luckily, after 6,000 page edits to the page on happiness, users came up with a more appropriate definition. While the definition is important to a discussion about happiness, it's more important for me to point out that this definition was created as a collaboration, a group effort, if you will. Thus, happiness means something different to everyone. However, the feeling behind happiness is the same for everyone. Webster's dictionary definition on happiness states that happiness is a state of well-being and contentment. So, how do we find the special place we call happiness? I began to ask this question years leading up to my divorce. There were questions I began to ask myself so I could define what happiness looked like to me. While those questions were personal to me, here are a few examples to help you as you define what happiness looks like to you and what it means to you to be happy. It would help me to have better relationships. It would help me to be fulfilled. It would help me to connect with people. It would help me to laugh more. It would allow me to experience more joy. It is important why you want to be happy. It must be big enough for us to stay motivated and to seek it consistently. Happiness begins with you. Happiness is not dependent on money, career, or your status in life. It starts with you. And to be honest, we all could use some more happiness in our lives. So, with that understanding, we need to ask ourselves additional questions to see if there's anything we are doing to prevent ourselves from being happy. If you answered yes, congrats to you. However, if you answered no, find some relief that this is a common dilemma for most of us. I ask you, no, challenge you. What are you doing about it? If money, time, or skills were not an issue, what is the thing that you would like to be doing? Are your thoughts making you unhappy? In my Untouchable Motivation series, I discussed how our thoughts can be controlled. Moving pictures form in our brain, and our brain can't tell the difference between what is in your head and what is reality. Thus, empowered by this understanding, you can create your own reality from your thoughts. I can tell you from experience dealing with negative thoughts and depression leading up to my divorce and afterward, this is no easy task. But I discovered through mentorship from supportive people a trick that you can use right now. Each time you catch yourself thinking negatively, simply tell yourself to stop. Take a deep breath, concentrating on that breath, then think about something positive. Through practice, this will get easier to control. Are you aiming for perfection? You can aim for a lot of things, but perfection should not be one of them. Perfection can lead to failure due to becoming paralyzed with inaction. Instead of aiming for perfection, aim for something more realistic, like excellence. No one is perfect, so why aim for it? Lastly, we need to learn to love ourselves first. Yep, I said it. Happiness starts with you, so here are a few steps in the right direction. You love what you see in the mirror. We can't all be fortunate to win the genetic lottery, but I can tell you from many conversations, those individuals you think look perfect have insecurities as well. You prioritize yourself above everyone else. This is not a sign of selfishness. It just means you love yourself more than others, and that is okay. If you're not hurting anyone, how can it be a bad thing? Take care of your body. Nothing says self-loathing like not taking care of your body. My wife and I have begun yoga. Well, beginner yoga. Not because we're unhappy with our appearance, but because it's just a natural progression of our journey. Thus, our health is important to our well-being. I leave this parting idea as I close this brief discussion about happiness. Your happiness begins with you. If you are in an unhappy place, look deep within you for the answers. Figure out why you are unhappy. Learn to love yourself first, knowing that the journey to your happy ever after has just begun. Thank you.